Hey y'all, so this is Miss Netta and Charles are scammers part 2. Yesterday's video, I immediately made that video after I text Miss Netta and I got a quick text back saying that the phone is no longer in service. So just to give more background, more clarity on the situation, I am Tony Blaze. I am part owner of the 3 Live podcast, which I'm also partnering with Wayne and Bryant. And excuse me if I'm looking over here. I just wrote down a few notes. That way, just follow along, okay? I'm making this video that way because me, whenever I'm in situations, my mind is all over the place. So I am taking legal action. So I'm making these videos so I know what I said. Boom, bam, right? First, I just want to say that last night, it was like so hard to go to sleep because I was just in so much disbelief that, you know, as someone who is starting up their own company, that this is something that we have to go through and something that we have to deal with. Especially when it came to Miss Netta and Charles, you know, they get a lot of hate on the internet. And the type of person that I am, you know, yeah, I can be a troll on the internet just like everyone else. But at the end of the day, in real life, I like to give people a chance. And I don't let someone else's experience on someone be my experience. I experienced them, you guys. So, you know, they cannot be defended anymore. And I don't even want to say they. It's never Charles. It's always Miss Netta. She is evil. She has a evil spirit. Everything in her life is always going wrong. And now I understand why. She can never keep a manager. She can never keep friends. Her and Charles are always at odds. Miss Netta definitely needs some healing. I don't know. They're going to be in a standstill. They're not going to make it further in their career or whatever they have going on, their skits, because of how Netta is and because of how Netta handles business. So let me first start off by saying the original podcast date for Miss Netta and Charles was on May 19th. May 19th. I don't know if anybody was paying attention, but I posted it on my TikTok. Miss Netta and Charles posted it on their official Facebook page. Side note, the email that I emailed Netta initially on came from their official Instagram page. So I know for a fact it's Netta, all because she called me, right? I heard her voice. Most people have a voice that cannot be mimicked. We had a conversation, right? But this was the date of the podcast. But to take it back, the original podcast date was May 19th. Cash apps were sent. People in the comments were saying, why are you sending money? When you get your hair done, when you get this done, when you do that done, you are going to pay a deposit. That way, the person that you're booking can clear their schedule for you, correct? Yes, everyone says Miss Netta and Charles have no talent. Who are they? Who are they to interview? I get that. But at the end of the day, they have more clout on social media than I do. Because I do all my stuff in real life. They have more, whether it's good or bad publicity, they have that. And that's why I wanted to reach out to them, and that's why I wanted to interview them. From things that people were saying about them, from things, all types of things. Trying to get to know them better and to form an opinion on them personally. That was my goal. That's our goal here at the 3 Live podcast. We don't just move with the wave. Just because somebody don't like you does not mean we're not going to like you unless we have this type of experience with you. Cash apps were sent April 26th. $200 were sent. And May 2nd, $250 were sent. That's $450. I still owe them a total of $350 once the interview wrapped. So the pay was $800. Me being nice, I'm like, okay, look, I'll give you $200, and then I'll go ahead and give you the other $250. The way that we do it here is we will pay our guests 3 weeks. We will give our guests a deposit 3 weeks before the actual interview date. That way we know, like, okay, nobody's backing out, everybody's coming. We handle that 3 weeks prior. So the cash apps were sent April 26th for $200 and May 2nd for $250. I still owe them $350 once the interview wrapped. The day of the interview, it's the day of the interview, things started off crazy, right? The podcast owner got into a car wreck, so he was going to be a little late getting to the studio. So we're like, okay, mind y'all, Bryant had to be at the airport at a certain time. He is from San Diego, California. I'm from North Carolina, and Wayne's from Chicago. And we were all in Atlanta. We all came to Atlanta to do this business venture together, right? Bryant had to be at the airport at a certain time. So with the podcast guy pushing it back, it was like, okay, we can make it. We'll have to make the podcast maybe 10 minutes shorter. Then Miss Netta called me and said, well, I'm getting my hair and makeup done. I'm going to be an hour away. An hour late. How are you going to be an hour late when this podcast has been scheduled? This is the original date. Before she called me, I looked at my emails and I saw that they had emailed me that morning saying, hey, today's the big day. We're so excited. Ms. Netta, how are you going to be an hour late? We had to reschedule the podcast because there's no way. First of all, we only paid the space for an hour. And Bryant had to get back to his flight. So we had to reschedule the podcast for yesterday, July 19th, which was locked in. It was agreed upon. We knew what was going on. I have, since then, until July 19th, I have been texting Netta. I even had her in group chats with her manager, and I kept messaging like, hey, what's going on? I'm confirming the dates. What's going on? I was seeing Netta on live talking about how she needs a new manager. This was just like 2 weeks ago. And I screenshotted this and I sent all this into my group chat. She was just on live saying how she needs a new manager now. I texted the manager in the group chat again like, hey, what's going on? That's when he messaged me back and stated that he is no longer Netta's manager. From that point forward, Netta just has not been responding. I just went to the email in real time before doing this video. Netta tried to delete her email because the picture's not there anymore. But all the messages, everything is there. The whole timeline from then to now is there. And nobody has gone this far to taking Miss Netta and Charles and holding them accountable for the things that they do to people. But me and my team are following through this time. This is going to be a journey. And I am going to get on here and talk about it, no matter who wants to hear or who does not want to hear. This is going to be a journey. They are finally going to be held accountable because you just don't go around scamming people. Like, first of all, it's just an interview. I'm not asking you to cook. I'm not asking you to entertain us. I'm just asking you to sit down and have an adult-like conversation and just get interviewed for a podcast that you not only got paid to do, but you agreed to do. So yeah, y'all, this is a lot, especially for a new business owner. Master Cheeks from Zeus Network, Judy J from Bad Girls Club, Baddies ATL. You two ladies were amazing. Y'all are how I want all my guests to be. For Netta and Charles to be from the LGBTQ community and do us like that is diabolical. And for you ladies to be as kind, sweet, understanding, and punctual as y'all were, it goes a long way. And I really, really do appreciate that, guys. The video's wrapping up, so just stay tuned. I'm ready to see what Miss Netta and Charles has to say. I am ready to see their rebuttal. They need to respond. Courts open back up on Monday, tomorrow morning. I've already messaged plenty of lawyers. I'm waiting for responses. I'm calling the courts. This has gone too far. This is going to stop. And if we let this slide, it's going to continue to slide. An example will be made out of Miss Netta.